Hey y'all, hey, I am Deborah, and 16 years ago on this day, my oldest son, DeAndre, was murdered at the age of 22. Some years hit a little harder than others, and for some reason, it was just like as close it was getting to the date this year, it was like I was just so emotional. And so yesterday, me, my daughter Tanisha, and my son Malik, we and some other family members, we went out to the grave site because, not only was that my son was killed, but one of our cousins was killed along with a female friend of theirs. So it was actually um triple homicide, during this day 16 years ago. So we went out there yesterday, and put some flowers at the gravesite and let go of some balloons and just, just talked, and I cried, because there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him. And it's just, like I said, some years are harder than others, and this year it kind of like hit me hard. But, I thank God that I was able to, come in town and be with my children and my grandbabies. So that made it a whole lot better. And yeah. So it's been kind of hard. So I just ask you guys just to keep me in your prayer. That's why I really haven't been, posting like no shorts or whatever or no videos because I just ain't ain't been feeling it. I haven't been like in the mood. Like I don't know, just couldn't push myself to, you know, get on here and just talk, when I know that I was feeling some type of way. So, but I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on with me, and today marks 16 years that my oldest son, DeAndre, was murdered at the age of 22. And just wanted to let y'all see my hair as well. After I combed my locks out, I waited maybe like a week or two. No, probably a week. Yeah, maybe like a week or two. And I colored my hair, and my hair is actually this color right here. So, I got my hair braided, and I like it. I love it. I think it's cute. I just got to get used to it because I'm not used to having braids. 5 years been so used to having those locks in my hair. So this is different, but I can get used to it. I don't miss my locks at all. I really don't. But, just wanted to get on here and just vent just for a little bit, just for a moment. I won't hold you guys long. I just, like I said, just wanted to let you guys know what was going on with me. And if you don't mind, so please keep me in your prayers. I would greatly appreciate that. Um, because losing a child, it's, oh my God, it's a different kind of pain. It's a pain that I wish on no one. I wouldn't even wish this on my worst enemy. And it's just, like sometimes, people can be ignorant at times. And because I've had people say, oh, you should be over it by now, just let it go and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, you know, but yeah, and I find myself just walking away from them like, whatever, unless you know my pain, unless you've been in this situation, unless you've walked in my shoes, like, you can't tell me how to grieve. excuse me, you can't even tell me how long to grieve, because this is a pain that never goes away. Day by day, year by year, it may get better, with time, but the grieving process is always there, especially when Mother's Day. His birthday was March 9th, then Mother's Day came, and now this is his angel anniversary. That's what I call it. So, yeah, it gets hard. And like I said, I just ask you guys, to keep me in your prayers, and I'll probably be here for about 2 weeks, before I get back on the road because I drove up here and it was like 10 and a half hours. Yeah, so I'll probably stay probably about 2 weeks, just visiting with my daughter Tanisha and my son Malik and my grandchildren Ray, Dre, Xavier, Kai, and Milani. So, like I said, you guys just keep me in your prayers. It's been tough, and he never had any children, and I was like, of all the times that you could have listened to me, you listened that time when I said don't be out here having no babies. And now, sometimes I wish, that he would at least left me a grandchild, but it didn't happen that way. So, yeah. And like I said, just keep me in your prayers and just continue to pray for me and to lift my name up, And as I do already, I pray for you guys. You guys are like my family. You guys have become my family, and I love you guys so much. Um, and like I always say, God loves you always. And don't ever forget that. I love you. And if God says the same, and if it's in His will, I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm not sure when that's going to be because I still have like 3 more videos that I need to do with the revelation that God had given me about, taking down my hair. And I hope you guys enjoyed the first two. And, like I said, I love you guys and keep me in your prayers. And until next time, y'all be blessed.